Our calling is to fight the good fight of faith, and sometimes to walk in faith, which comes from hearing God, not man. We will have to ignore man sometimes. So you serve your parents with all your ability, but if they tell you, come, let's go worship an idol, like what I preached on in the all-night meeting, they say, come and go and do this bad thing, come and drink this evil thing, come and participate in this idolatrous demonic practice. You say, no ma'am. They inform your dad, who does not come, and he says, Adia, come here. What is this your mother is saying, that you refuse to come to church and pray? You know, many daughters, you've already been initiated into something women do. May God deliver you to reduce your punishment. Because your mother didn't know many things. You know. If you've come here once, in fact, just Friday, you know already. So you're already culpable. Instead of opening your mouth directly, you don't want mommy to enter trouble, to say, Daddy, that place mommy took me to. Again, I don't know what it is with females sometimes. I don't know. I know a spirit of fear. I know I've addressed it. I've cast it out of people. But why would they take you to someone and it starts touching you, and you don't shout and scream and come immediately and tell your mother, he was touching me? And if your mother, like some mothers, has the audacity to keep quiet about it, why don't you go, as you get home, you tell your father immediately? Why don't you tell? So even as he's telling you, follow your mother. Even if you are joined the 9-month girl, you know, it's not easy to carry a child for 9 months. Go with her. Instead of saying, Daddy, did she tell you that man tried to touch me? To which your father will go, Where is he? You keep quiet, because if I tell, of course, mommy already told you, make sure you don't mention. You have already joined the coven. Many young, some they start very young. You're 5 years, 6. They've already formed the cult of mama. I'm not even playing now. Now I'm angry. So you see I'm standing. Many women, but I've preached it many times. Women, be careful you're not a witch. If you know how many Christian witches there are, if you know how many women are witches in the spirit realm, if you know how many, now they've never physically done witchcraft too, but you're a witch. You don't know what a witch is. A witch is someone who manipulates. For those who, no, oh guy, you have crossed line. I used to like what you preach. Today you cross line. Do you know Bible more than me? Galatians 5. The works of the flesh. Take note. Start from verse 19.
The acts of the flesh are obvious. Sexual immorality.
Everybody agrees sexual immorality is bad?
Yes.
It's obvious.
Impurity and debauchery.
Shamelessness. Debauchery is shameless behavior, yes?
Idolatry and witchcraft.
Screech! Bark! Idolatry and witchcraft is a work of flesh. Flesh? Witchcraft. Flesh, I thought is a high-level spiritual act. No, you don't need to do blood. You don't need to do humba, kumba, hu. Abracadabra. You don't need to do any of that. No spells are needed for witchcraft. Witchcraft is a work of the flesh. You are talking about master's witchcraft and PhD witchcraft. That one you're thinking about. Unfortunately, most people, anytime you think of witchcraft, you're thinking about the higher degrees. The one where the person travels. All you need to be a practicing witch is flesh. Do you have? Check your neighbor, pinch it. Say, okay, hey, if they punch you, leave somebody alone. Someone comes to try, say, unhand me. If you have flesh, you can be a witch. At the level the Bible is talking about, a work of the flesh is witchcraft. How did we get to witchcraft? From sexual immorality. Look at fits of rage, jealousy. How can it be on the same list? Because witchcraft is using things that influence wrongly. The word there, the Greek word is pharmakeia. You know the English word that came from? Pharmacy. It can't be that bad. Pharmakeia. Pharmakos. The word pharmakeia, is the use of intoxicating influences. So if you are using Indian hemp and all that and open up yourself, you are trying to open. So in the practice and the higher levels of the practice of witchcraft, why they would use potions? Have you read any fairy tale storybook where they say the witch was using potions? Witchcraft has always involved potions, divination, all of that has always involved forms of mixing substances. There's something called DMT, all sorts of things. It puts you into higher levels. Some years ago, there's an actress, Megan Fox, and she was going out with some guy called Machine Gun Kelly. And they talked about how they traveled to somewhere in Mexico, so I went and met a shaman. I was reading some article or so, or I think I may have seen a short clip, and she talked about how they use this thing and they go through this process and the guy concocts this thing, and you take this thing and you enter another dimension. And she said it was hell. Now she's a witch. It should be obvious, kind of like it shows on her face, right? Oh, no. Okay, whatever. She's almost certainly a witch now. Some of these things they do openly. Some of them are not even hiding. I know you guys are too young to know Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show. But that girl acted other things as she grew up. There was a small girl in the Cosby Show. A show from the 70s, 80s. Black girl. I don't know her name. She has grown up. I hear she's a witch. She's like openly. She's not hiding. Many people in Hollywood are witches. So they go into this trance thing. There's even the one I heard them say that they are pastors. I was saying this, that they are pastors that they mixed some of the thing into communion wine. So people go into experiences. He worry you. It's more worrisome than you think. Someone will come and tell me the church. Let's not speak against the church. I've told you who is the church. Spell church for me. Church. What do you mean by church? Church. Church. Say we are all brethren. I bind you in Jesus' name. We. Don't use the word we near me. So you mean someone that looks like me, it stands out like this, can go and get a hallucinogenic substance. If you can pronounce it, pronounce that. She used to read medicine, don't mind her. So, and they'll mix it, knowing that it induces trance-like states. And then after they'll say, did you feel the spirit move? Then me and you, you didn't get that sense. Me and you, we are all in the Lord's vineyard. I am in the Lord's vineyard. You're in the devil's orchard. God forbid. Say we are all wickedness, devilry, darkness, effortness, equensuness. I saw a video and someone was saying that he came out that the wuru they used to do, that a preacher used to go somewhere every year to preach, and that this day he went with this preacher to that same church and they preached there. After they finished, while the message was going on, there are these beggars by the gates. Every Sunday they come and beg. One was blind, two were lame, crippled. This preacher prayed and these people got healed. The place went agog. Crazy. Then they went back to the hotel room where they are staying, and yours truly, they brought these people and were giving them money. And one of the runs men for the thing, since he was part of the pastoral group, this one came and explained to him when he said, how? What are these people doing here that they just got healed? And the guy explained to him, what are you saying? Don't you know? For 1 year, they were paid for 1 year. 1 year. I don't know. You should put your hands on your head because, hey, for 1 year, they were paid to be coming out every Sunday to pretend. Say levels. Hey! Da. Are you committed to your cause? Do you think you know the meaning of the word committed? The other one says that they had to go and do a big program. Where is it? Abakiliki or where? And they sit down, plan it, was strategized. They got a coffin. He mentioned the market, they bought the coffin, doll. The guy used to deal with passports, used to register people for jam. He had hundreds of passports. He put them into the coffin, put all sorts of things into a small coffin. The thing is that they had to bury it in a place known as roundabout, which is very busy all the time. They didn't know how to do it. One of his boys said, I'll handle it. How? They are driven around the place endlessly, and there's a security post. There's everything. Couldn't know. Finally, this guy came up with the plan. The person telling the story is the one who did it. He said he removed all his clothes, stripped himself naked, came out at night, carried a dustbin, carried it, and was making noise. Put that thing, carried a small digger, something to dig, making noise. Pure madman. Walked and went and sat on that place, lay down, was making noise and digging, buried the thing, covered it. 2 years passed. 2 years. The man did as he has done. He's Papa. God is saying there's something that is blocking people's progress in this city. I see it. You're roundabout. And the church follows him to roundabout. They dig. They are filming. 2 years have passed. Ground is normal. There. What will you do? They bring out, see people's pictures. Hey! Oh! Yeah. You thought you were intelligent before. When you hear me say, if I could, it's not in a bad way. To Satan, I give honor where honor is. What? Are you committed? Who is committed to Jesus? Who still feels committed? Who feels, I've really laid down my life, You know what it means to give yourself to a thing. Have you given yourself to anything like this? The guy stripped stark naked, was a madman, agreed to be, and waited for 2 years. So impact your name, the honor that will go to you. Look at the level of fraud going on in the body of Christ. Then you come and say, well, sir, we are all if you complete then in that so that's a man of God. That's the type you hear about. They didn't fall. It's not fall, they fell. They were never standing. Did you understand? What is fall? I mean, a person where they stand, where they fall. So what do you mean for someone that is lying down, has always been under the ground? You see, he fell. He didn't fall. He has always been of the darkness. Always been of the darkness. How can someone be preaching and using as his assistant pastor are going around learn people? He's picking girls from the crowd. He said when he's touching certain people as they are praying, he will say on the microphone, you call the name of them. That says, Andrew. And Jesus went further on to Capernaum. That means bring that girl to me later. As he's moving, if he's on the shoulder, moving. When he gets another one. And Jesus yet went further. Literally. While holding the mic. Joe, picture me as I'm preaching here. I'm picking girls. Then you're telling me this is a Christian that falls. There's no Christ here now. There's no Christ. Christ is not here at all. At all. And a native doctor has more respect for God. These are people that came to worship God. And you have the audacity to do that. No, now. So I don't know how some of you are comfortable or you struggle when you can hear someone say, well, whatever our differences, we are all, please stop. We are not all anything. We are not. We have never been. There has always been wolves. A wolf is not half shepherd. A dangerous animal is a predator is a predator. Don't say that predator, sha. Sometimes he helps. He helps so he can predate. The reason he pretends to help is so he can catch you. Huh? Have you heard of that fish that has something hanging like this that looks like a worm? He opens his mouth and lies down flat on the seabed, shakes himself, sand covers him. You see a worm. Another fish sees a worm. As you go to eat worm, you realize you're in a mouth. It's not film, it's real. You haven't gone under the sea before. If you see what is there, you'll be blown away. It's a trap. It's a trap. They use their tail as a trap. Or I'm thinking of another animal. Something in the mouth. Let me finish explaining witchcraft. When you use your flesh to manipulate people because of what you want, manipulation by drugs is witchcraft. However, you can use words without drugs to still manipulate people. Anything that influences people's senses in a way and they can't think right. For those who don't know, if you're following the marriage guide, you'd have seen it. When I got to the place where I said, get off drugs. And I talked about the human body and how we run on chemicals. Drugs are made from chemicals. How do drugs work? They go in and change the balance of your body's chemicals, which influences your thinking and your behavior. Someone can talk to you. How have many young ladies been deceived? And even young men by Jezebel's words. So when that young man speaks to you and says, I love you. Do you know you're very beautiful? That feeling you feel, that feeling, where does it start? The neck, right? If you don't answer me, we'll get specific now. Next thing, you'll be holding mic. Don't try me. When I hit it right, say yes. When he says that way and you feel warmth, he flows at it down. Who has felt it before? Do like this. Just like that. You don't need to flash your hand. Oh yeah, I want to go. You felt it before. Good. Thank you. We have some Christians here. So, that feeling is not in your head. As he said it, your body released a chemical. I'm serious. The words themselves don't have the power. The words have the power to press a lever, a button inside you. A chemical, liquid, inside your body. I've joked about it and said you are a drug factory. Everybody. Who has been afraid before and you felt this? This one you agree. You felt a trembling somewhere here. Your body runs on chemicals. When a certain type is released, those things are inside there. Glands, different glands contain, they're just sitting there like bottles of chemical. So certain things trigger. bad news that turns out to be false will still trigger. So your chemicals are not triggered on reality. They are triggered on what you hear and believe. If you don't believe it at all, you don't feel it. That's why something bad can happen. You don't believe it and you don't feel the necessary fear. Yes? There can be danger and you don't feel any fear. You say, I don't even know what happened till he just jumped on me. You didn't feel any sense of fear. And how many of you have felt afraid for nothing? Later on, you look down the road years later and like, I don't know why I used to be afraid of this. And it was purposeless. It's what you think that triggers it. It is not what is that triggers it. That's how the devil controls the earth. By saying what is not and getting you to believe his side. The more you believe Satan, the more he can control you with your chemicals. Your chemicals. God who made you tells you, listen to me. Don't be afraid. Satan comes and says, you are dead. You are dead now. You're about to die now. You're dead. You're going to sell your soul. There are people that come to this our church and said they left to that they heard that they told them that we are a cult and they're gone. When they finally found out that we were very far from being a cult and we are better than that place that they told you is better than us, years had passed. But what was it that stopped them? What they heard, which triggered. So we've also heard people tell us that when I came to know, some people say, I came here and I was so blessed. It was after being here for 1 month, 2 months, 3. I now found out that you people were the church that they told me that if I come, which if I had known when I came, I would not have come. Do you see? Now, because they didn't know, they came and stayed and were blessed. Then start wondering, maybe what I heard is not true. What put the fear in you? And that's how the devil does. He goes ahead and spreads the news. Tells you, this is what used to happen to the early church, Acts of the Apostle. They told the people that, you see that thing they call communion, that Lord's Supper, that they drink baby's blood. They spread it all over Rome. The Roman Empire was fighting them. They said they drink blood. So because of that, as someone just begins to tell you, I'm a Christian. Hey, they are here. Go away, go away, go away. You wicked people. You're wondering, what did I do? We are very kind. We are not wicked. We help people. We are loving. We forgive. No, they've been told that you drink baby's blood in your fists. Meanwhile, these people are drinking wine, grape juice. So the devil always has to lie. One of the clearest ways you know is the devil that was talking is when you find out that what you believed about someone was a lie. Which is why we tell people, don't spread news you have not confirmed. Don't be an extension of the devil. Many people unknowingly are servants of the devil. Unknowingly. How did they become that? They became that because they heard something and they passed it on. It happens a lot with family members. They'll tell you, I've heard of that place. Oh, I hear is this. Oh, I hear is that. Oh, I hear is this. And you just pass it on to your own children. I've heard. Meanwhile, you didn't confirm for yourself. You didn't check it out for yourself. You did nothing to confirm. So you've gone on to perpetuate a lie. And once your child hears the name of that place, the chemicals release. Are you understanding? Fear, danger, cortisol. No. And then if you have a friend, you tell your friend, come here. That place is a cult. That's how it continues. That's how the devil wins most of his battles. Lies. If he can lie and you believe it, he has won. It's a form of witchcraft. Witchcraft uses chemicals. Are you understanding? So, mama, when you're trying to convince your child of something and you resort to triggering chemicals of guilt, of the wrongfully, anybody that does that, you are using a form of witchcraft. You pound someone with heavy feelings of guilt. There's a difference between pushing someone to do what they should do. How can you leave your father hungry? Go and make food for him. And they rebuke you strongly. Aren't you ashamed? Do you want your own children to do this kind of thing to you? Fear. You're my children. That's good fear. Do you know that that you can collect a curse for not dishonoring your parents? That's the Bible. So there are things you should fear. There's godly fear. Then there's this ungodly thing that is mad. Oh, someone really wants to control you to do what they want. So they start saying things. You can see children doing it. Especially children from broken families can manipulate their parents. After everything you've put us through. That's how they can guarantee they get whatever they want. Because their parents are feeling guilty all the time. It's just that people are poorer here, outside this country. Children from broken homes, they use it well. They can use it very well. And manipulate, guilt trip their parents endlessly. If not, you destroy their lives. Out of guilt. Compliance comes. That's witchcraft. When little girls, when they are around 2 or 3 or 4, because they start early, you know that they go, you see mommy and daddy say, what is it? Sweetheart. You're raising a small witch. Parents joke about it. Again, I've told you to listen to old messages. I haven't preached about these things for a long time. I used to preach about it a lot before. Go and listen to message from 2017-18. Listen to them. Listen, if you have a family, listen. Don't make all the mistakes many have made. Some of you, your witches are already 7 or 8. They have mastered it. They learned from mommy and daddy. So by the time they get to secondary school or university, they are pros. Oh yeah, check something. Nobody told me, but check. I'll ask for witnesses. Females. These are my compatriots in this matter. Is it true or not true that to get a male's attention, you can just act pensively without saying a single word? You can just put on a look on your face, look a certain way, and after a while, for sure, someone will walk up to you. Who has used this weapon before? Raise the hand well. Let the brothers believe me and respect me. When I pass, they should be bowing. Thank you, sisters. I appreciate your cooperation. I am not asking if it can be done. I said, who has done it before? Did you see them raise their hands? Which book did they read? Me, I've read plenty in this life. Many of them have not. How do I know it? Because I know human beings. God has taught me about humanity. Sometimes I'm sitting somewhere, you turn and look at a parent and a child. Small witch. Raising a small one. Okay, I don't exactly say that, but I sit down and I'm knowing all sorts of things. The Holy Spirit teaches you about things. Every time you yield, if I did this now, men do it mostly with intimidation. Shouting to intimidate you into compliance. That's a form of male witchcraft. Females, because they are not so physically strong, tend to use insinuations. It achieves the same results. If it triggers cortisol, it's the same goal. It's just a different approach. It's like an incantation being a song. Like Enya. Do you know that witch? You don't know that witch? You never saw 10 years ago I saw a website. It was witch and a bat and a moon. And he was like Claire, witch. Okay, I heard she's some form of, I don't know, but me, I think she'll be witch. I don't think I'm the one that said it. I think other people said they said she's a witch. I think I've read things that when lyrics, you're like, what do you mean here? I beg. Okay, let me put it this way. I won't be surprised if she's a winch. Let me be saying winch, so nobody can say I call them a witch. Winch. A winch is a device for. I'm not looking for trouble, but and you're like, the music is. Now you can do incantations with gentle, but you can also do incantations like the someone. Humba kaya toba ke humba toba. You think it's a dance? Say no, they are dancing with that. Okay. To be ignorant. All sorts of witchcraft. So there's gentle, there's kapo, kapaka, boom, 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 like African witchcraft. Witch now. Witchcraft is witchcraft. So there's the shouting guy, there's the gentle crying female. Where did you learn it? It's a work of the flesh. You don't need to join a cult. It's a work of the flesh. It's a work of the flesh. If you have flesh, you can practice witchcraft. And many practice witchcraft. It begins what? That's why when your little girl starts, because it comes to her easiest. The boys do it too, but it comes to her earliest. When she starts, you ask her, what's wrong with you? If you don't speak, I will smack you now. What is wrong with you? Stop that. Go and sit down. You ate already. You ask, what's wrong with you? When she's 3, 4, 5, she says, I want sweets. Is sweet food? Didn't I give you sweet yesterday? So that's why you're crying. I will smack sense into you. Go and sleep. It's time for your siesta. And I'm not joking. If you like, obey. If you like, don't obey. Raise your small witch. That's how she'll be doing with boys. I be saying, in the village, they'll say, can't this region meet up? There's no way I can say it in English that it comes out well. In English, you say she came and impregnated my daughter. In my language, transliterated, Sanidap means came and put my child, Bele, came and put Bele in my child. The way it sounds, it sounds like yes. Just puts. It doesn't sound as though the girl had any hand in the belly. And the guy just passed. Boop. God help us. No. She wanted something. When the Bible told you all these things, it's in the book of Proverbs. It tells you that women have power with their eyes, literally their eyes, to create issues. God knows the power he gave different people. It is what it is. You can use it for evil, you can kill it. So you can use that your voice for good, or you can use it for small practices. What do I want now? What do I need now? Okay, what do I need to do? Part of why females can earlier on in life become devious is because to effect, let me explain. This is free info. I won't charge you this time. To effect things or achieve certain goals, males, they fight to be the top dog. They fight physically. Females, more than not, will not resort to physical altercations to achieve their goal. They have to achieve it through words and mannerisms. And because they must do this, it means they have to strategize. Yes? A guy wants your phone at Plaza. Does he talk you into handing it over? So he physically grabs it. Physical. The plan is simple. Grab it. Use maximum force. Grab him by the belt. Put in your hand. Drag it. A female needs to get a phone from you. Bros, she cannot grab it physically. So it's going to take 2 weeks to 2 months. First, strategy. Now, how can you compete with someone who has to use their brain that thoroughly? You crude barbarian. Barbarians, grab the girl, off. You don't finish. The female needs to take down the warrior. Day 1. Day 2. She saw him since. With her most beautiful voice. She watching? 2 weeks later. Excuse me. You mean me? So by its very nature, females have to be more intelligent earlier. They win with strategy. In other words, you become warriors and strategists long before these animals. Me love food. Long. While men are crude, doing things, except it's 419. When they need to get money from someone across the sea, they have to use strategy. But ordinary, they will do armed robbery. Hey, who there? Yeah? Bring all your money. The female must use methods, smoothness, words, behavior. Me, I only use iPhone. But I can use something else as a temporary when you realize he cannot afford an iPhone. And that's why you have a girl carrying a phone while the guy that gave her the phone is carrying a button phone. Who knows this? Does this happen? How? How can it not be witchcraft? Do you understand now? That's why witchcraft is a work of the flesh. And why females are mature around 14, 15. The guy is 28, 9 before he starts catching up. Because from early on, she began to use or resort to manipulation. And she had to manipulate because she couldn't use brute force. So she had to use manipulation and look sad. And you say, what's it now? You want my meat? Okay now. She had to use what she had, which couldn't be, give me that meat. Had to be the weak look. I told you why females are cute is because cuteness attracts help. Why babies are cute. Every animal, human beings. Why babies are cute. Gagu gagu. They look cute. Is that it attracts help. Because females are physically weaker, God made them cuter, more beautiful. Because the more brawny men will be tempted to protect them. It's like being given something to enable some. These are very deliberate things God did. But it becomes witchcraft when you take that which God gave you to help and assist you. You now take it and turn it into a weapon. Are you listening? For selfish gains. So witchcraft is a real work of the flesh. And many do it. Don't joke with it. You see it in your child. You know, I don't let my children throw tantrums. None of my children throw tantrums. When they start, I nip it in the bud quickly. A tantrum is a manifestation of witchcraft. I'm going to make you do what I want now. How I'm going to do is I'm going to scream and shout for no reason. Well, the reason is I want you to buy me this thing. I don't care if you have money or not. You're buying me this thing before we leave this supermarket. Okay, watch now. Ah! He say, okay. Husband may say, give him now. You're raising your witch well. No, you tell the child, keep quiet now. Receive it. Keep quiet now. The child looks at you and all that. Well, the fake cry becomes real cry, which usually ends. Fake cry does not end. Real cry, it takes heart. So it's like a marathon, it ends. Know these simple things, your life will be easier. I'm telling you. You know how nice it is to walk into a supermarket and your child does not take tantrum? I have 6 children. I saw the youngest one the other day acting up and I was by the fish pond in the house. I was like, what did you do to him? The person, didn't get the point. She's new. Because she wasn't around when the other children were really. I said, what is later? She now said, I took something, the padlock, or something important that he has no business with. I said, oh, so I understood. Oh, he has started throwing tantrums. Then I understood, okay, it's a tantrum. That is, my will must be done. This is what they mean. Not the interpretation of a tantrum. This is what they are saying. Tongues. You know, a gift of interpretation of tongues. Some of you don't have. My will must be done. My kingdom must come on this earth. It's my will. My will. My will. My will. Not yours. Not yours. I don't care you brought me forth. I don't care you carried me 9 months. I don't care about. My will must be done. And you say, yes, sir. Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Our master. Yes, my Lord. Here's an offering. I'm very serious. That's what all of you parents, many of you, that's what you do. Better stop it. It's not even funny. Stop it. I told my wife these things early. And she watched it. It's not theory. It's not that every of them did not try to throw tantrums. All of them have the world of dust. As it comes out, we pour water on it. It saves you a lot of trouble. Did you read Thinking Thursday this last week, sir? Oh, it saves you a lot of trouble. You heard me say that none of my children have ever spoiled my phone. And you cannot say I beat them a lot. I don't. I don't even beat them. I feel guilty. I'm not saying I have not thrashed people a little. But you know what people call beating? Beating someone. No, no beating at all. When they are small. Just, you see this finger. Don't touch it. This little. No. You use the word no while doing it. So they learn what no means. It means cease and desist. It's a court order. It's an injunction. The court hereby mandates you to cease and desist from touching this. I am the court, judge, jury, executioner, all. This is not a democracy. It's a fathercracy. I'm in charge. Again, many parents, you don't understand anything and you suffer for it. Many of you are suffering already. You're under stress all the time because you didn't learn wisdom early. Me, I learned for years. No. When the guy is 1 year old, what am I saying? 1 is old. I started long before they were 1. They are crawling. They hold the thing, they climb. Daddy's phone. No. They will look at you. You see, the big deal, and I've said it, if you follow this series I've been going through on Thinking Thursday, the biggest problem parents have, or grown-ups have, is that you disrespect children. In your mind, they are stupid. In my mind, the difference between me and you is that I know they are very intelligent. That one is settled. They have sense. Some while they're still on their back, they already have sense. You don't know they have sense. So how come you run, slave, when they call? Who has gone in and seen some of these old men that can walk? And they wake up in the morning and you open the door, say, they keep quiet. Who has seen it before? Take note, they can walk. Oh, they move around that whole house, but they are like, where are my slaves? I don't want to start my day with. I need someone waiting on me, hand and foot. Show, but they can't say show, so they go. Ah! As you open the door, some look at the wall. Yeah. Who knows what I'm talking about? This is real. What is that? Commander-in-chief has woken up. And he does not want to come. He's heard your voice where you are, but come and pick me. Driver. Carry me. So maybe the moment you call Palo, he comes down, boom, then runs and starts playing. What is that? I'm not saying that's witchcraft. It's just the beginning. That's we. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to want something. But they know from early, some before they can even walk, they are learning about, Allah, is it hunger? It's not hunger, I just eat. No. Someone should carry me now. Who has seen those people when they want to sleep and you're sitting down and they're like, no. Oh, these slaves of nowadays, they just, will you stand up? Stand up. When you were sitting and shaking, you're still shaking, rocking him. No. Kai. What is the world coming to? Stand there. He stand. He keeps quiet immediately. Why do they do that? Why do they do that thing? Should I add tea? Is wit. Witchcraft. They are taking control. Again, go and listen to old messages. It's long since I talked about it. They are taking control. They start early. God made man to have dominion on earth. So dominion is doing them from early. I'm not joking. Inside dominion is going exercise. But you are not to exercise dominion over men. It's over other works. But that child does not know that yet. Plus the influence of sin and Satan. Exercising. As time goes on, you may. I don't want to eat this. Play. I don't want to eat that. Why? They can't talk yet. It doesn't matter. They've let you know their wishes. You run helter-skelter. As they grow older. Me, I don't want this bag. Not the type I want. Oh, the money you gave me. If you ever throw away anything I gave you again. In fact, come, let me still flog you. The money you gave me to buy you. I want the one with what's that? Tinkerbell. Who is Do you know who Tinkerbell is? Something that flies at night. Madam, it's the bag I give you, you use, okay? Did you tell mommy thank you? Good. Go and tell your father who gave me the money. Go and tell him thank you, daddy, for the bag. Life goes on. You fight your battles early. I fought my battles with my crawling babies. Crawling. No. They have never broken my phone. They have never, none. 6. Not one. Some of you, they break every phone. They put in what? They own the phone. What are we talking about? They own the phone. You use it sometimes. And you're a parent. You don't even know what. That's why, see, don't get married fast though. In this church, the presumption was you go through some things before you marry. If I wed you, in case I've forgotten, marriage committee, take note. They better have all those transcripts on how to have a home, how to relate with your spouse, and how to manage children. So you don't stress us. I don't want any story about, Pastor, good afternoon, ma. Yes, can he come and maybe stay during the holiday? Maybe God will touch him. Let God touch them in your house. Let them God touch them in your house. And you better touch them early. The Bible says discipline your child early. You now do the opposite of what he said. The word there is at the dawn of his life. The dawn. That's with the sun rising on his life. You now waited till he's old. Thank God I knew this long ago. When they grow older, they will make their decisions. But why suffer? As a preacher, most of my children's lives, I do more sometimes to control them from the pulpit than the people with them. Sometimes I just, and there's peace in paradise. How? It's not because I beat them, I abuse them. No. I'm sure their mother has beaten them more than me and all that. Me, I'm coordinated. Come, bring your small buttocks here. 1. At a certain age. 1, 2, depending on the crime. 1, 2, 3. Not, I know, some of you don't like anything about Cain. If you read that story there, that young lady said she didn't believe that they should discipline a child. That story, the full story. That young lady, her name was Udoh. I believe. She said, what a good child. I said, no, I paid a price. The price is that sometimes that child cried. I pinched his ear or his cheek once or twice for him to learn that when I say come back, you come back. You don't keep running. You don't ignore words. When they say stop, you stop. Why? So that the day we are on the road and your ball enters the road, we don't tell stories to the gods. People are always telling stories. Is it not the way you lay your bed that you lie on it? This one, you didn't even buy bed sheet. You talk about laying bed. You didn't even buy a bed sheet. What did you do? In what way did you prepare for anything? You didn't watch and learn. You didn't ask any question. You didn't create the heart to do the necessary. I can't bear to see them cry. You will cry. And they will cry. And everybody will be crying far more. Because when I would sit on my chair and say, no, it works as well as though when I'm near to it. So I can stand across the room. And for me, I like killing many birds with one stone. I say no, I'm wagging my finger too. So a time comes without the no, just wagging the finger. For a child that can't talk, who already understands, head shake. I think I shake the head too. No. Then you say something. Let them know. So a time comes, you mount it. Same message. Brain receives. They go off. They don't start crying, throwing a tantrum, causing problems, making you miserable in this small family outing you came for. They consume the whole outing. And you think, this, I don't know anything of the sorts. I don't know any. I've never had that problem. Never. They tried, each of them one by one. You nip it in the bud. You nip it in the bud. You nip it. Your whole life is that I used to tell my wife, I said, you see how less stressful your life is? Have you not seen your mates suffering like mad people? As though you're the only sinner in this earth. You suffer every time. Are children not meant to be a blessing? You refuse to, your ignorance has cost you. Ignorance is always costing. Second, the ability to do what must be done. I was in an eye clinic. And this woman has a child. The child will shriek. This is a public place for people to come and do. And this child will shriek. What does she want? Her mother's phone. Okay, come, I'll give you. Okay. And I told the mom, I watched for a long time. I was going repeatedly for something. I said, I pitied her, but I'm also irritated. I'm like, Kai, I can see your life. Again, don't tell, when I didn't have children, you say, you don't understand. I've had many. Who says they have to do any of this? They can be, my children are very boisterous, very active. They are not calm. These quiet children, they are not at all. They have never been. But don't tell me that you cannot tell the child, sit down. Without words, if you just look and they sit down. Don't tell me that. And don't tell me, it's because of your child's temperament. Every child has a different temperament. When you have multiple, then it's not a matter of temperament, because they all have different temperaments. It's not temperament. Except your child is not healthy, not well, maybe highly autistic in some form. Even those ones can have some level of training. If you don't even know there's a way, many women don't know at all. Men, I've seen men where the child causes problem. The man asks like, none of that is my business. As though the child's surname is my own. Very terrible. And you see the mother, some with 2 children, just pathetic. But you should have trained your child at home to obey. You can't train them in a church meeting. You can't train them in a school, in the supermarket, in a public vehicle, on a train, on a plane. You want to do training on a plane? No. You're going to have to do that training at home. Training must be consistent and repeated. That child must know that you obey mommy and you obey daddy. Pay the price. You don't have to abuse your child. Why that girl felt that no, discipline is not good? I told her, you don't understand. You're talking about child abuse, where they flogged you 6, 20, all over your body. So in your mind. And I told her, my dad, I can't remember. Probably the normal thing would be not more than 3. So I was blessed to have a father who was self-control. If someone flog you and he touches where he shouldn't touch, it might be my mother. Not many times, but that may have happened. My dad was small. They come. I've said I can't ever remember, except once where I might have been younger. And small children struggle. Where I was held. No, my father does not hold you. So what's all these things people do? Have to be fighting. Some of you, your parents, full arm lock. Violence. Now, I'm not blaming your parents. They did what they knew. God help them. But thank God. So it's easier for me because I had a father who, all that, he's sitting down. I can't remember him standing up to flog. He's sitting down. Sitting. You brought the cane. He doesn't bring the cane. You found the cane. You brought it. That the flogging has started just from searching for the cane. The flogging has begun. Which is a good psychological, Then you bring it. Then you hand it over. Then you stretch out your hand or turn around and look into the distance. Then the board of education is applied to the seat of learning. And it finishes. And there's nothing like, wah! Why are you shouting? They cannot be shouting. There was no murder here. It's a flogging. You know what many children do when they flog them? They now revenge. Parents think it's normal. They now revenge by saying, you have taken away, given me pain. I'll give you pain back. You gave me physical pain. I'll give you auditory and psychological pain. Ah! 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 And you now say, well, Alisa, you're not serious. Or both of you together, you're not serious people. I should have a class for married people again. I don't know when, because I think go and listen to the old messages. It's so long since I used to talk about this a lot. 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I don't know, it's even now many of you need it the most. You better learn this. I knew these things before I was married. So by the time I had children, already, do you know how calm, some of you have seen parents. Do you know how wonderful it is to be able to go for someone's birthday and sit there in one place and your child and say, come here, without standing up at all? To control 3, 4 people without standing up. Who has been in occasions and parents are all picking up their children like abandoned toys? The whole occasion, sweating, unhappy. I look at them, I'm like, and they think this is normal. There's nothing normal. Say, oh, my children. No, your children are untrained. That's what your children are, untrained. You have not done what they call training. Training is hard, but it doesn't last long. It lasts forever, but because children will keep trying you. But my point is, if you win the battle, they may carry you for 1 month or 2. The thing with children is they always return to fight again. Oh, children are, again, they are fresh from God. Children they are like, you've beaten me today. It's okay. It's okay. 1 month later, 2, they will bang, bang in the left corner. In your mind, you won. They keep calling for a rematch. They are going to come up with something else to test who is boss. You must win that one again. Too much, they will do it again. They keep doing it. They don't stop. This is how many children win parents who said, okay, I'll do this thing you say. Then later on, if you see them, they'll say, that thing did not work for me. You had faith and started, but you did not persevere to the end. It is the one who perseveres to the end that will be saved. So you have to keep fighting. Just know ahead that your child is not abnormal. Your child is a normal child. God put persistence inside people. He put it there. So in those children is there to persist in their will. Willfulness is there. Now your job is to manage that will in a proper way. W-I-L. The will of the child. Don't break it. Shape it. But don't let them use their will and rule you. Don't make them be the boss of you. It is not God's will. Jesus was not the boss of his parents, and he was God in flesh. He went home and was obedient to his parents. His parents were not obedient to him. If you're a parent, you're always using only bribes. I'll give you. You're a failure. You're a defeated foe. You know who pays tribute? Vassal nations pay tribute. Defeated nations. Defeated foes. When you fought another nation and they conquer you, you bring tribute. So if you're constantly you have to make promises to your child to get them to do things for you. You are under your child. It's easy if you can understand these things. Don't be cruel. Don't be, I didn't say much about it there, but I said a little on Thinking Thursday. Some people, you always want to show dominance. I don't know what's wrong with some people. You pass, you see children playing. Come here. What are you doing? Keep that thing that side. Is it one of their... Leave them alone now. Pass. So this is the other extreme. There are people that, they're in someone's house. You see the children. A pastor said children should not be what? God, hold yourself. Some people, the child is running, just being happy. Come here. Go and sit down. Why? Healthy children don't sit down. Healthy children run. Is your child sick? This is my child. He's not sick. Leave it to run around. Thank you. You're not used to it. When your child runs a little, he has high blood pressure. My own is fine. So there are people, again, this is the other extreme. Any play, anything at all, as they just see. Stop talking. Were they talking to you? Who when you were young, 5, 6, 7, 8, these people came up to your house. It's like, how dare there be laughter? When I haven't seen my menses. Come here. They seem like they want to pour unhappiness on people. Don't do that. I don't know what that thing means. Again, I think it's a control spirit, you're a control freak or something. Stop. Only do the necessary. What you discipline in a child is not childishness, it's defiance, rebelliousness. That's what you crush. You crush rebellions. Allow the child to be a child. Do not defy. Your child defies you, remind them of who is boss. Let there be consequences. Being forgetful is not necessarily defiance, even though sometimes they pretend they forget, which is defiance. Help them remember by positive and negative consequences. But God will help you if you start doing what is necessary. Having parapets in your home with your children will protect them from many things. Can help protect them from being tempted to steal. Don't take anything from the fridge without telling me. Stop acting as though your 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old is your 22 or your 25-year-old son. They can't just open the fridge and do what they like. Have parapets. You're training a human being. Your having money does not mean anything. And if you're here and you're confused with white people, just came out of the village, you read a few white things and you think, flogging is it's barbaric. You're a bush person. Don't be a bush person. Have you heard? Don't be a bush person. Me, I grew up with white thinking. I grew up thinking white. I remember reading an article in the news, a foreign newspaper, American, and one of these crazy left-leaning people, this is many years ago, was talking about how a barbaric flogging. Someone now said in the comments, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I remember as a child, this is a white person too. I was in a field, my mom was walking with a neighbor, and I was running ahead. And because of how I was brought up, the moment my mom said, Billy, come back, I stopped and ran back. You know, a child will run in a field ahead, just running. I ran back to my mom. When my mom walked up, when we kept walking and got to that place I was approaching, when she called out, this is why you have to have control over your children. They saw that there was an abandoned well on the ground with decaying boards. In other words, it's God that touched the mother to say, Billy, come back. If she hadn't said, Billy would have boom, boom, and likely Billy would be dead. His mother's voice stopped him. Simple one-time call. There are many parents. The reason they hold their children every second is that they know they cannot use words to control anything. And that's why many of you, when you grow up, you can be very difficult. Because some of you, they had no control over you. I know. I've dealt with lots of young adults. And I look at them and I know they stress you a lot. Because they grew up non-voice compliant. Some grew up force compliant. It's only violence. They don't do words. You can know it, grown-ups. You can see it in 35-year-olds, 45-year-olds. Voice compliant people. They tend to obey more easily. When you say something, things, you know. Then the one that you say, shout, say, is them. They grew up, well, so they carry that stress up. They're causing stress as children. They keep causing stress as they're growing up. Children need fathers. Fathers are helpful. Mothers try, but they need help and they need training, like the one I just gave this morning. And fathers need to put their support behind a lot, because mothers are weaker in having a heart. Not that they can't do it, but it's harder for them. Their emotions get in the way a lot more of child discipline. And if you're here and even you're older and you're wondering, why does it seem I find it so hard to obey God? I've just given you a major reason why. You did not grow up obeying authority much. So when God became an authority in your life, you continued how? When a pastor, when a discipler, when whoever God put in your life, that you are continuing how you were trained, how you grew up. It's very, very important that you see the importance of the parapet that God allows people put in your way. Allow it. It will protect you, to deliver you, to keep you safe. And I have to take some questions and then we'll pray. So let me stop there. Okay, parapets are given by God. Parapets protect you. Parapets shape you into a useful person. Parapets are mandated by God. Traditions, practices that help you obey the word of God. Listen to them and comply with them. And train others to operate with them. This is God's will. It's not human. Do not read white, confused, woke people. Don't read them. Those same white people have conservative people who raise their children on values, who discipline their children, who thrash their children. Thrash is not 12. Again, I apologize on behalf of all parents who have abused. You're a child here and you were abused. Even though I don't like the word abuse much, people abuse the word abuse. So when they used to flog you, I say, when I was small, I was abused. What do you mean? My father used to flog me with a belt. About how many? Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. I thought you said your father used to abuse you. Yes, now, don't you know that's abuse? If I abuse your face, don't use that word carelessly. Don't join. Don't think it's a form. You're not speaking good English. Again, there's this poor education people have where you grew up just reading your school books. Then you read one thing, or you attended one seminar on YouTube, and then You now come up using words carelessly because you heard some guy from Britain say, they, such an abuse, they abuse the child. Imagine flogging in this 21st century with a belt. God said they should flog you. God, the maker of man, including the man in UK that wrote that nonsense, said they should flog with a rod, with a stick, with whatever. God said so. Abuse would be if they torn the head of the belt, the metal part. The person flogging you has suffered abuse. They are the product of abuse. Something is wrong there. Or someone say, I'm going to flog you today. And you're like, what did they do? He say, he tried me. So I know some of you may have been overbeaten. Sorry. Ask God to forgive the person. Some of you today, you ask God to forgive. But do not continue that practice. Like, they flogged me in my secondary school. I'll flog people. You're just wicked. That person does help bring out your innate wickedness. You're cruel. Don't do that. On the flip side, discipline is of God. Don't hate discipline. And if you're a parent, everything we said about parapets applies to your family too. Don't play with it. Don't think it doesn't matter. Well, the children of these days are children. They are children. Handle them in the way God tells you to. And leave the rest to God. Don't feel, you're a parent, you're feeling you're a failure, it's all your fault. No, not necessarily. God was a very good parent in the garden, and they choose to rebel against his instruction. So children will still make their choices, okay? You're not responsible for if your child chooses the bad way. Have peace. Just commit them to the Lord and have peace. Don't go thinking, it's all my fault. Then let's say you turn and start blaming your spouse. Stop. Don't even stop that. The devil cannot win that much. So the child has done what they've done. Now the devil is splitting. Don't do that. That's the devil. Don't listen to any of that. Okay? Have peace, and God's will be done. If you commit your ways to the Lord, he will direct things. Nothing is over. Did Adam and Eve get restored? I think so. I don't think Adam became a pagan. I think Adam related with God, likely till he died. So that you sinned, it doesn't mean that God throws you away. Are you hearing me? Let's answer a few questions. You have a question here, you didn't write it in. Let me see your hand. You have a question, you want to ask something, you think it's very important. Good. Most people have sent it in already, so let's read.
Is worrying about someone who feels comfortable in their sin bad? Or is there such a thing as good worrying?
I don't know what you mean. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing, everything by prayer and supplication. What worrying about them achieves what? Pray for them. Don't worry about them. Pray for them. When you think, do two things. They are comfortable in their sin. Pray for them and speak to them. That's your job. That's it. Go on with life. Are you God? What are you going to do? Talk to them. Nobody says you can't talk to them. But worrying, what do you mean? So you just sit there. Come on. When you feel worry, pray. Usually how you know you're to pray is when you feel anxiety about something. It means pray about it. That's what it means to cast all your cares upon the Lord, for he cares for you. Take your care, your worry, and give it to God. Next.
What do I do with a roommate who is not like me when it comes to godly things? She doesn't go to church, but she asks me a lot of questions about God. She holds many worldly opinions that she sees as reality. I'm friends with her because I want her to come to church and love God.
Let me explain something. As a Christian, in a sense, you're friends with everybody. You should be friends with everybody. When I was describing friends earlier on, I don't know what you mean by friends with your room. She's your roommate. So what do you mean by friend? She's your roommate. You have no choice. You're in the same. That's like having a sibling. There's a way you relate with people that are with you all the time. You must relate with them. Good morning. Would you like some akara? All of that. No, I'm going to iron. Give me, I'll iron it for you. That's completely different from I'm waiting for you now. Let's go. Every time you go out, you go with them. Every time you come back, you come with them. There's a friendship. you should know I'm talking about the close friendship. You're always together. Then there's the friendship of being able to relate with everybody. So that's how your roommate should be. There's extra because she's your roommate. If someone is your roommate, you're around them. When you're sweeping or you're fetching water, there's water, and you take your pail to fetch, you can fetch for her if she's in your corner. She's a roommate. I don't know if you call her a friend. You are friendly with her. You better have a Christian friend. There's no exceptions. We read the Bible together. You want to, I don't know what you want to. A friend is much more, you're sharing thoughts, sharing. She asks you questions about God. Answer her. You don't compromise to get her to come to God. She will not respect your God. We have people here, when they got saved, I mean some of our leaders, when they got born again, two things happened. They were in year 2, year 3. I'm talking about 2016, 17. Some of them lawyers, different people here. They came because their friend came. They made the choice to come. Their friend came to church. They looked, they followed. Some people, their friend came. Sometimes that friend had two friends. One came, one did not come. As I'm talking, I'm thinking of real examples. We don't want to embarrass people. I could have passed microphone, and because of time, and they will tell you stories. The one who came has progressed spiritually. The friend who came, the original person who came plus the friend, have grown in the things of God. God has used them, filled them, helped them, saved them, delivered them. The one who did not come, if mistakenly, sometimes you hear them talk about them. You hear them say, this one has done 3 abortions. This one, the second, fourth relationship has broken up. Some of them, how I know, is because that friend came once and left. Now, some of you are in year 1, year 2, year 3 now. Watch, you see now. So just give it 5 years. Then look back. You're going to see the same thing. I've seen it many times. Because whatever it is that made your friend not come, that they disliked God that much, it goes on to do its work. So yes, do what you can to encourage them to come. Bet. Understand that you are not God. So I'm thinking about, again, different ones. Some of them are seated here right now. I'm thinking if they had insisted, and some of them did try to insist on holding on to their friends, but again, I wasn't really involved, and all I know is that I preach the truth. Do what you like with what I say. Those who let go those friends, God has shown them mercy. Those who said, I can't separate from my friend. As I'm talking, I'm thinking about a duo of 2 people. Some of them go into deep darkness. Lots of their life is scattered. Some you hear about, it's almost 10 years, 8 years, and you hear. And sometimes, I don't know, it flashes across your mind, or they just tell you. And you say, what about this person? When you're asked, I'm asking innocently, just like, what about this person? Because the person came for 1 or 2 or 3 meetings. You saw them. You saw the Spirit of God come on them. Some of them came before the person they brought and left. So you saw them experience the same things the other person experienced. Some you saw them baptized in the Holy Spirit. Sometimes we baptize them. Different things. You saw the goodness of God. Then I just heard about them yesterday. They said, and many times, the few I've heard, is not a happy story. So it's a living example of what happens when someone refuses the Lord in the days of their youth. As you grow older, you live with the consequences and the pain and the shame and the troubles, because you said God later. Some of them even used to report their friends to their friends' parents and say they don't read. They're always in church. Some of them cause problems for their friends because the parents knew them. They are the ones that act as though they are good. Meanwhile, they are bad. Some of them are following men, married men, and they are reporting the friend who is in church, and they follow married men. And that one used to follow them and follow married men. Now, you shouldn't follow any man you're not married to. I'm not like saying married men is the worst thing, but it's worse than an unmarried man. Now, so how can you have a friend who is following a married man? You're in church. Then they are reporting you to your parents. So you, adulterer. This one, church girl. You're causing problems for. All of that has happened. Down the road. And of course, they will not tell that they are sinners, and this one is no more sinning. Instead, they make them look bad. Instead of saying, no, she refuses to join me to be sinning anymore. The free money we used to eat, we are not eating again because of this her church. So she hates the church because her sin friend is gone. Never let a friend. And some of you, again, it's not that hard to know that you should cut off that friend. It's not that hard. Your friend likes sin. You go to hell with your friend. There's nothing you say that is excusable. Nothing. If that friend is dead, what will you do? Would they be your friend? Then what are you saying now? If they were not in this university, if they travel abroad, they get a visa, will they be your friend? Not physically. They may be from a distance. So don't deceive yourself. You have no excuse. Your roommates, be friendly with your roommates, your classmates, with your neighbors. But if they make you do anything wrong, that if you keep like you share music, if she likes worldly things and has worldly opinions, tell her the truth. Face your side. You want to go out to eat, go and eat. They say, wait for me now. You say, our timetable is different. Me, I need to go and read so I can go to church. So let me help you. If you have an unbeliever attaching themselves to you and you suspect it will lead you to go wrong, because wait for me now, you're going to eat, wait for me. And you're like, I have to go and eat by 7:30. And they say, I'll be done. If you told me earlier, I would have been. And they get ready by 7:30 too. It's okay. You go to eat together. And then you pass to class by 8. Okay. But you realize as you go on the way, she stops, let's say it's a female or it's a guy, and he's stopping and greeting the opposite sex, as he just sees them, you see that look. Guys, do you know that look that crosses a guy's face when a girl he is planning to talk to is coming? Males in this house, I said, do you know that stupid look that comes across the face of a guy that is about to make a move? I will pass the mic. See your criminal faces. Now me, I was born again by 10. Now they check. And I know. You can see it. Girls, have you seen it before? They start looking cool. Their face starts. Their walk changes. Try to be a non-believer is hard. Utum. It's walk. To be a believer and not care. Now believers do it too. When they are to not care. The joy of not care. Who wants to know the joys of freedom? I'm not talking to you girls. Put that hand. Guys, who wants to know the joy of freedom? Where you can walk past. Hello. You don't care. Because I'm not planning to check you or you. That's not on my table. Chiking Christian boys are also stupid. It looks like a male goat about to go. Whoa. Just stupid. You don't know. Me, I know. I've seen it many times. Just watch them. They were going, walking with their friend, talking. As they just see the girl, they calm down. Who knows that thing? They just calm down. They start looking. Say thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
For the blood. Be free. Be free. You'll be happy. When it's time to marry and you need to look cool, you'll be one girl. You just focus and be cool in one direction. You get? Can't be cool for everybody. Just cool. Everywhere you walk, cool. Let's be cool now. When they crack a joke, you can't laugh because you must look cool. What? You're miserable. What an unhappy life. Don't be like that. Don't be like Jesus died already. What's all this? Jesus died. You died too. Not for a good reason. Jesus died to save the world. You're dying for what? That's how you know. So can no. A person like you shouldn't be walking. No, pay your way. If any guy ever does that next to you and then turns, so boy, you get. Didn't you just give that girl money? Is she your daughter? Oh boy, no talk like this now. You're supposed to understand. I will never understand. I cannot understand. I've chosen 50 years ago not to understand. Walk. Say you stay in Kabaitu. Start walking now. Leave now. And walking is our walk. My buns, give me 2. Eat the buns in front of his face. Tell him foolishness is not good. In other words, if I give you that money, so I'm the one paying for the girl's trip. Meanwhile, the girl has 50 times the amount of money you gave her in her purse. On they form cool. They settle scholarship. They call it bills. Thank you. Whatever they call it. Me, I like to know. How do we know ourselves? Oh, because you're trying to, what's your plan? Unbelievers do it for something. You're doing it for what? Be a believer and stick to it. So, friends, now I say I want to help you. Let me finish this, please. Sorry. This friend, you realize as you're going, he's always stopping to talk to girls. In the process, dragging you, and that girl is with her friend, and they say, hello. That's how you'll be knowing all sorts of unbelievers. Can you see why it's dangerous? You're getting into, this is my friend. You're just accumulating temptations. And you can't tell him, don't talk to all the people you know in all the places you go to, club and everything now. That's why I can't go to eat with you. So what do? I want to go and eat. 2 things. You are coming with me. As you get to whoever you're getting to, I have told you before. I won't wait. When you stop to greet others, I don't need to know your circle of friends. You keep walking. You know it will look really ridiculous. You do it once or twice, he won't come with you to eat again. 2, instead of going out by 7:30 to eat, you leave by 7. Go and read for 30 minutes, then eat, then go to class. You create circumstances that cut bad friendship. You don't have to tell them, I can't. You don't need to tell them anything. Again, one of those days we have a meeting, 2:18 or so, 17 or 18. And I was talking about, our staying in meetings. And our people told me that one of the great things that happened from staying in long meetings is that their bad friends were cut off. When they don't see them once, twice, thrice, they create new friendships. And that's how many of their bad company was stripped of them. Because they were in church. So a time came, we would finish church meetings. Let's say like today, I suspect we'll be done in a few minutes. They're done with the meeting. But I remember at the time where we were having the hall, we were meeting and my house was there. And I would go inside, be inside for hours, come out 3 hours later. Church members are still around. No church meeting. That's why even like today, if you stay around, even after they finish all ministry, you still see human beings around talking, which is not bad. Except you have to go and read, you have exams, make sure you leave, I know, again, some people, I'm saying it's not bad because some people are used to, when I see them around here during the week or anything, I ask them, what are you doing here? And they say, no. I say, go and read. So I'll chase you away. So I'm saying it's not bad if you don't have a responsibility as a student. If you are free, okay. So I'm saying that for those who run when they see me during the week. I chase people away not because I don't want you around, but you're wasting time when you don't have any business being here. Why are you here? Come for what you need to come. If you're hanging out with brethren, this is a good place to hang out. But to be here on Tuesday morning, those things have happened in the past years. And I walk in and I see someone, come here. What are you doing here? Say, I don't have a class till 10. So you won't use that time and read. Make sure I don't ever see you here. Disappear. I'll chase you to go and read. I'm big on study. I'm big on it. Whatever you think, ask those who have been here. They will tell you from the earliest days, this madam, 16, 15. They just walk into my compound like, oh, you guys are done for the day. I think I drove in behind them. They are walking in. Said, no, we are not attending their class. Turn around. Go back. When you're done with your class, come back. Oh, you see them, they are black and white. Oh, they are lost. You see them looking. If you see the way, turn around. I mean, it was the early days. They are not used to me so much. Barrister. I just say, no, go. Don't come back. I'm not, come back after the class, okay? I'm trying to encourage them. Say, no, you don't miss class. If you read Sister Ibim's testimony, how she didn't attend classes at all. She didn't know some of her lecturers. Or her lecturers didn't know her because she attended one class or none. Till she came to God's side. So her year 5 is when she attended the most classes because she was in this church. And I don't joke with it. And I made her. Of course, what was the official story about us? That we say people shouldn't go to class. The exact opposite. The exact opposite. No, I believe when you're giving God attention, give him all your attention. God is not a lesser. Don't joke with God. Whatever you do, do with all your might. All right. So, I've taught you how to cut off friends that are not the best for you. Is that okay? Cut them off by being in God's presence. They come to look for you. Let me teach you how to handle them in the hostel. They always come to my corner to come and the stories they bring. The time they come. Try and know their timetable. As they are coming, towards the time they will come. Be on your knees, reading your Bible. Even if it's your school book you're reading. As you hear them through the door, they are the ones you hear before this. You start praying about what you're reading. Oh Lord God, help me. Give me understanding with biology. 214. Oh Lord. Lord, they come in. They see you on your knees, bending your head. They'll go. Once, twice, thrice. They'll stop coming. You have to have wisdom. Jesus did not grow in mumushness. Jesus increased in wisdom. Wisdom. I was friendly with everyone in my class. But when I was about to leave school, I was coming out of class one day, second semester, towards the end of our final year, year 5. And I saw on the wall, Lunas. They categorizing people. And I saw my name under Luna. I mean, imagine being something and not knowing. I had no idea I was a Luna. It has never crossed my mind. In my mind, I like people. I now thought, why would they put me? I now understood. Because they see me many times arrive class alone. I leave class alone. Why? I like people's company. If you've been with me, I like human company. I can be with human company for a very long time, but I can also be alone for a very long time. But what's the idea? The idea is that what decides what I do per time is not you, it's God. So because on my timetable I have to be in this Christian meeting and that Christian meeting, I have to pray, I have to be this. You are not doing what I am doing. So we can't go together. I need to rush now and eat because I'm going for an all-night meeting. You are not going for an all-night meeting. You don't need to rush and eat with me. Do you get? So I was a loner not by choice, but by decisions. The things I have to do is if our timetables were identical, you would see me with someone all the time. In fact, when I want to eat, if I look around and see someone want to eat, I'll say, "Are you going to eat? Let's go and eat now." I liked human company. I enjoyed having human company. But after this, I need to attend 2 different meetings. Then I'll go and bath by 7:30 or 8 and go and read in class. Then I need to go and sleep. I must sleep at some time, 11, 12, because I must wake up by 5 to pray. Now you will not follow me when you'll be sleeping when I'm leaving the hostel early when it's dark to go and pray and read my Bible for 2 hours. You will not be with me. So our timetables don't synchronize. You wake up by 6:37. Me, I wake up by 5. I must wake up by that 5. Are you understanding? That's just operating on a different timetable will cut you away from. But if you synchronize your timetable to everybody and anybody, sorry, If two of you are pursuing the same thing, you go to pray in the same access, you wake up at the same time, even if you're in the same church meeting, then you can plan like that. But if it's not so, and for me, there wasn't anybody operating on my timetable, so we operated very differently. Yes.
Please, sir, how do you handle a child who rejects certain kinds of food, especially if they are a year and below?
I don't know how many foods a child a year and below should eat. Find the one you eat and keep giving him. When he grows up, train him. My family was outside the country when we were younger. Came back, I was about 4 or 5. When we came back to Nigeria from the US, and my mom made us eat everything. So I don't have much mercy for people who say, I don't eat. I'm like, bush. You don't eat. Now your mama, now I go blame. So we came back, my sister would call afang soup black soup. Eat the black soup. Sweet yam, anem. I don't eat it. Eat it. What is in front of you, eat. Eat it. The Bible says you should eat what is in front of you. You're Niger born, Niger bread, Niger, eat the food. Eat the food. But some of you, it's already too late. Your parents caused it. I've dealt with grown-ups. We would have retreats, and our grown-ups say, no, I've never eaten fufu. I was sitting with one lawyer. No, I don't know if he was a lawyer then. And I say, you evangelists, you don't eat. We thank God. The word of God says, whatsoever I said before I eat. Father, we thank you. My brother receives grace to eat fufu. He eats it. He says, this is the first time in my life. He grew up in the village. He said, this is the first time in my life. And I said, what's the adverse effect? Nothing. I said, why didn't you eat it? I just don't eat it. So I taught all our people that you eat whatever is in front of you. Jesus said you should eat whatever is in front of you. What happens if God sends you to a place where that's the main kind of food? You will not go. You tell God, I can't go because I don't eat what they eat. So receive grace like every other thing to overcome that your pickiness. Eat it. And we have seen many people eat all kinds of things in this church. Again, if you're part of our church family, you would have known this day. If you've come for a retreat, we pray for you. People have been healed. It's not just ulcers God has healed here. God has healed people of allergies to food. Many people, you don't see God because you don't trust God. If you trust God, you see him do every kind of miracle. Every kind. Oh, when I eat it, I swell. Eat it. And people have eaten things and stopped swelling. Stop. And they've been swelling for years. So some is demonic, some is physiological, some, if you can't overcome. I heard a preacher say that when he eats shrimps, his mouth swells. No matter how much faith he has exercised, his mouth swells. So he doesn't eat shrimp. I understand that. I agree with you. There are things you may not eat, okay? There are things you may not eat. If absolutely the adverse, when you eat it, you vomit, eat it, you vomit, eat, you vomit, it's real. There's probably some reason for that. While you inquire from God, you can stop eating it. I understand. But generally, I don't like people that don't like. Receive grace. Mature. Eat it. Why? Let me give you, apart from the Bible and all that, have wisdom. In this world, let me just give you free wisdom. You will never always be in control of your circumstances. You want to try and be a little happy when you're in uncontrollable circumstances. Let me explain. You're already in a situation where there's a limit on what you can partake in. And that thing that is 90% of the time served to you, example is beans, and you don't like beans. So you'll be miserable for the next 4 years when you could be happy. So train yourself years ahead and learn to enjoy the beans. Put this, put that, do this, do that, pray, sing, stay till you're very hungry on Saturday morning, then eat it. Mix hunger with it. If you put hunger in anything, the Bible says that to the hungry, everything is sweet. So you do things, trust God, then with time, God can, and you can tell people with boldness, I used to hate this thing. I can't believe this is me. Testimony. And God takes glory and you have received grace. And if tomorrow they send you to a place where the meal they serve twice a day is beans, you can go on to do the ministry God sent you there to do without being a broomstick They said, why is this? You have 5 people here and 1 broomstick. They said the broomstick does not eat. How did you become a broomstick? You don't eat. Are you understanding me? I hope that helps somebody. Don't do it just because I said it. See the wisdom in it. There are other reasons, but for time's sake, overcome. If Jesus bothered to put it in the Bible that you should eat what is put in front of you, he must have known why he said that. Don't take pride. After a while, listen. Like you can have a demonic stronghold in anything. You can have a demonic stronghold in the area of food. We've rebuked spirits and people have manifested demons in connection to every kind of thing, including I don't eat. Why? Say I renounce the spirit of I don't eat. And you will be shocked. How did it start? They were 4 years old. They saw an older cousin say, me, I don't eat this thing. Oh. Bah. Mommy, me, I don't eat. Do you know children? You don't know children. Neither do you know life. That's how nothing happened to them. Cousin Titi said she doesn't eat. So you always admire cousin Titi. So you just copy it. So me, I don't want. Next thing, mommy, who is clueless in some areas, says, proudly tells her sister when she comes, that one does not eat that too. I don't know. Give her this. I always make. Why? Why did it not occur to you that your little child is just doing something? Why didn't you discuss? Next thing, you have 2 pots of soup, 2 pots of food. You're just doing all sorts of things, stressing your household for nothing. Meanwhile, if you talk with the child will tell you, I don't know, I just don't like it. Why don't you? If you tracked it, is there someone you heard? Titi says she doesn't like it, so me too, I don't like it. You now say, where's that my cane? Say, mommy, why do you want cane? Let me pity you. I will flog anytime I give you something to eat. You eat it. Have you heard me? Yes, mommy. The battle is won. Make them eat it. Let life continue peacefully. If they overcome one, they overcome many. If they overcome none, do you know the list increases of things they don't do, things they don't eat, things they will not. All of us did things we didn't like. Learn to do things you don't like, and you become a stronger and better person for it. 1 year below, I don't know, pray, give him what you can. Try it with hunger too. Put more water in it. Remove some things, add some things. Try, mess around. Don't use sugar. Don't train them on sugar. Don't add too much sugar, anything. Do what you can do. And trust God to guide you.
If a child refuses to be carried by any other person except their parents, how can it be handled?
Do the same thing, pray. So they will not go to school now. They are at a certain age. You trained them. Sorry, some grew up with only you. My children, I'm a pastor. You know how that goes. My house always has people. So my children grew up surrounded by a lot of people. It even worries me a lot. But they've always been used to other faces. So they are compelled to manage other people. Some children, it's not so. But it also starts sometimes wanting to carry your child on the body every time. You must learn to drop a child. Okay? Some parents think it's a sign of love, or the child will be traumatized if you don't pick them up every time they say, carry me. I don't do that. It's because I've been more and more busy. But my earliest children, when I was around more, the first 3 or 4, even when they are going to sleep, they went to sleep like white children. I'll put them in the bed, fully awake, and off the light. Have you seen in films? And that's how all my children. The first 3. For the later ones, when I was up and down and everywhere, they resorted to the old African ways. I'm serious. When the house was smaller, I was around, available. They put you in bed. God bless you, pray for you. Put you in the bed. You'll cry. I think my second son or third son, fought the hardest. Cry. Ah! Standing on the cot. Close the door left. Sometimes you come back. It happened once. He has cried till he has slept standing. Then he has fallen, sat down like this, and it's like this. You keep him well. We fought for 1 week, and the battle was won. Again, that's the part I said that many families, many parents, you cannot fight at all. You're too weak-willed to even fight a battle. So a lot of my advice will never work for you because you don't have heart. My wife couldn't have done it. I had to do it. I'll lock the door. Because my wife, mother, women are not that strong. Now you could stand around, but many children will not even lie down. They will lift up themselves. They will refuse. Our understanding is that they would not. My first one will lie down and suck his thumb. You know. My daughter, the fourth, would not night, during the day, around 11, 10, 11, that's when she would sleep. 9, 10, 11, 11, you know. The mother would go to school. At the time, I was at home. You know, I resigned my workplace. So I'm sitting on the bed. I'll be working on my laptop. I'll tell her, lie down, lie down. She'll cry, because I'll hold my hand and hold her like this. And she will, no, just sweat, fuss, and doze off. 1, 2, 3, 4, till the time comes, come and lie down. She'll do it herself. You see, many people never pay the price of the beginning. So you can never enjoy the fruit of the time when you say, good night, and they walk on their own 2 legs. You never, that thing you'll be saying, this thing is a film. It's not film. I saw it. It's not a film. Pay a price. It's hard. It will pull on your heartstrings. It's tough. If you never do it, how can you enjoy the fruit? You're a farmer who did not plant. All these funny people that they, like that girl that told me, say, what a good child. I told her, you just say, what a great harvest. You do not harvest what you didn't plant. Did you hear when I was praying? I talked about the farmer who goes forth bearing precious seed with weeping. Have you read Psalm 126 before? With weeping. It's painful. It's painful. But if you will pay the price, don't abuse your child. The people that keep their children in a cot and leave, how do they do it? Give the child a rattle, give it something, he lies down there. This is when they are even very small. You can do it. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126 verse 5 and 6. Those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. So verse 5 and 6 of Psalm 126 tells you that it's with tears you plant. So here you are, you refuse to go through any tears. How can you harvest? You not harvest. So I'm telling that to parents to be, there's a price to pay. I am not saying this, but believe me, if you can endure it for those 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, at the end, the battle will be won. Do you know what spoils things? When you agree sometimes and don't agree sometimes. That's the hardest part. Sometimes, not sometimes. Sometimes, not sometimes. Back, forth, back, forth, back and forth. That back and forth is what the child will. All children are brilliant strategists. They go, so this is sometimes, okay, how did I succeed last time in changing the rules? They will apply pressure in that area. Either you cry or you say as they grow older, Mommy, I want water. You give them water before you put them in. Mommy, 10 minutes later, water. I say, oh, how many times take? You need a flogging, mommy. It's supposed to flog you. Some is daddies, just because in your mind, the white people know how to raise kids. Are you a joker? Have you looked at American society? It's a wreck. It's an absolute disaster. With children looking at their parents and damning them. No marriages barely stay together, except the ones that are properly run. You want to be like white people. That's what I said. If you didn't understand when I said earlier on you're a village person, it's because you don't. Me, I know American society. You don't. It's a disaster. You don't want to copy them in family values at all. If you sow their seed, you reap their fruit. No. It's been found out that children don't need to be flogged. You just talk to them. What was that man's name? Bloom. That said children are little adults. His son, he had one son, I think. The guy committed suicide. That was the person that produced the book that shaped a generation of children. Said children are little adults. Treat them like little adults. You know the ones that say anytime you're talking to a child, you bend that. You've seen in the movies. Constantly you're down.